Hello, my name is James. I'm doing a review. This review is on Rich Dad Education, and I wasn't very. I don't have any bad things to say about it, but I don't have a lot of good to say about it. Basically, I went on the 3-day training for the education. Today would have been the third day, but I decided not to go on the third day. They do give you some valuable information, so I'm not saying don't go, but it's kind of like a tease where they just tell you enough to keep you going. Okay, or there's some things that I learned, yes, but they do have other courses, and they're pretty costly. I'm an independent business owner, and I've been in outside sales for the last 10 years. I make decent money. I mean, I'm not rich, but I make decent money. And for us, because I took my wife with me also, and for us it was just too much. I think the lowest class they had started at 10,000, and the highest one was like 57,000. And I'm not saying it wouldn't be beneficial, but if you have some money laying around to invest in it, then you could probably consider it. But if you, like I was, and you're looking to learn something and you don't mind paying for it, but you don't want to go in the hole paying for it, that's how I look at it. I asked a few questions. Some of it got answered, but I seen where when I was asking for questions, mainly it was like, okay, that's why you need to take this class so you can find out how to do this. Okay, but at least give me some information on what I need to do. For me to pay over 10,000 for a class and 14,000, and because like I said, depending on which class you wanted to take, like wholesaling, to learn how to do that was so much money. To learn how to do the foreclosure, that costed so much money. So if you want to learn, because there's different avenues and different streams of making money in real estate, so to learn each one, it costs you like 10,000 or $14,000 per lesson. So you figure if you go into these classes, and you want to take these classes, you're gonna have to come up with a lot of money. So I don't have that kind of money to like take from my family to get out there, because you're gonna make mistakes. I mean, that's the way life is. And I do believe that you need a mentor. I believe that to learn something, and especially when it comes to real estate, it's better to follow someone that has done it before. I agree with that, and they tell you that there. But like some of the books that they gave me, like this book right here is called Elite Training, and basically it doesn't really tell you anything. It just tells you about the different classes. It tells you about, okay, tax, it tells you about business financing, but it tells you about what's in the class, not basically how to do it. It tells you this is what these classes are going to teach you how to do. So they give you one book that tells you about all their classes and what it teach you, but it doesn't tell you how. And so basically what we want to know is how. Okay, we got the philosophy of the cash flow. It's pretty good. It has different ideas, but there, once again, it doesn't tell you how. So, and you have these other books, Rich Dad Training Education. I haven't written the whole thing, but from what I see so far, flipping the pages, it just doesn't tell me how. Everything leads into more education and more learning. Now when we get to the class parts, as you can see, these are, y'all don't know if you can see this, but these are some of the prices on these deals. And so if you join right now for, like the cash flow certificate, that's $25,752. If you get in it right now, it'll cost you $18.99. That's like $19,000. Okay, so if I pay $19,000, I'll be able to take at least 3 or 4 of these, okay, classes. So bottom line, it's probably, you probably will find out more information, if you have that type of money to put out there, or I'm not saying don't go. I mean, this is not just a bad review. I just like to, you know, let people know what they're getting into, because I looked at some of the reviews, you know, before I went to this 3-day class, and you know, I knew I was gonna be upsell when I got there. You know, I just wanted to see how much information I could get, and I did get some information. You know, some of it is going to be useful. Did I leave out of there knowing more than I did before? Yes. So I mean, I spent $200 to get, you know, to this seminar, so I'm going to say it was worth me spending the $200. But would I pay $19,000? No. You know, I would actually look. You know, I need a mentor, but I'm probably going to look in the area of spending less for one, because I'm not in. I don't expect anything for free. When people tell you they're going to give you something for free, you know, they're not really being upfront with you. You know, they're trying to get their money somewhere down the line, you know. So I'm more of the type to just be upfront with me. Let me know how much it's going to cost, and if I feel that it's too much for me, I won't pay it. So, you know, what they did here is they just led me along, but at the end they told me how much it cost, and I made that decision that, hey, I'm not going to get into this. So I'm saying, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad system. You know, it's just a system that I can't afford. But you will get some information out of it. So I can't tell you that the other classes won't benefit you. They might will. It's just that you're gonna pay for it, and you know, it's gonna be a lot. You know, considering from a person's stand that's just a middle class business owner, you know, it's gonna cost you. You're gonna have to invest a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, me personally, I'm just gonna keep shopping for me a mentor. You know, I'd rather pay. I've seen a lot of deals where, you know, you give up a portion of what you make for them to teach you. I think that's a little bit better of an idea than just being able to put so much money up front. So, you know, my name is James. You know, I like Robert's work. I love Rich Dad Poor Dad. I mean, I think that's a wonderful book. You know, such as taking the classes. You know, like I said, you got to do what you can afford. Get in, get as much information as you can, and then really consider, you know, thinking about if you have enough money put away for the other classes that's going to cost you considerably a lot of money to get into. Will it be worth it in the long run? I don't know. Maybe, you know, depending on how good you do. If you got the extra money, then you be looking at it in a different perspective than what I am. Me, I don't have a lot, you know, so I can't afford. I mean, one of these classes is $57,901. But today, if I would have got into it yesterday, it only would have cost me $36,990. That is a lot of money, you know, and I cannot afford that. Okay, so thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time, you know, looking at my video, and have a great day. And you know, when you get into things like this, I don't give up. I'm a true entrepreneur. So you know what I do is I try to find opportunities to better myself. So when you get a deal and somebody throw you a big tag like this, okay, you look at it and you say, okay, well, maybe I can find out the same information, and instead of it costing me $36,000, maybe I can get some information that it only cost me maybe $1,000, maybe $2,000, because you're gonna pay something for information. I mean, especially information is gonna make you money. I mean, you're not gonna get. Not everybody is gonna jump up and say, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to make $25,000 or $30,000 a month, and they don't want something in return. So I mean, you got to be fair. You got to be willing to pay for the knowledge. I have no problem with that. But when it's this much money, then you know it becomes a problem, because you know, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. So thank you very much. I got a phone call. I appreciate it, and good luck being an entrepreneur.